Morning, welcome to another UK Gravel Collective vlog, and on today's episode I'm going to be testing some Hutchinson Tundra tyres, which are supposed to be excellent for mud, but I can't find any mud anywhere. Wait, there's some. So the question I get asked quite a lot is, what tyres should I use on my gravel bike? Well, I'm an advocate for an off-road tyre because it's an off-road bike, but in the winter you want something a bit chunkier. And Hutchinson Tyres, a French company, sent me these Hutchinson Tundras, which are their mud tyre. And you can see they've got a pretty aggressive tread. I've got the details of all the TPI and the casing and everything. No one really cares about that. You just want to know how they ride. Well, these are surprisingly good. I thought that this tread wouldn't be enough in the mud, but they're actually quite good. And the side knobs stick out quite a lot, so when you're turning or cornering, they do grip. Again, I was a bit concerned that these might be an issue on tarmac when cornering, but as yet I've been able to lean it over, and they've been great. They do roll nicely on tarmac. Obviously they'll have a bit more rolling resistance than a slick tyre, but the most important thing is they come in tan wool. Well, I came out to test some mud tyres, and this is pretty much... so there's a tip for you straight away. If you're going to drop your bike, make sure it drops on the non-drive side so you don't bend your rear derailleur. Anyway, as I was saying, I've come out to test these mud tyres, and this is pretty much the steepest, slickest hill in the area, which I struggle to get up in the dry, to be honest, and so I'm going to give it a go. Now, what you must remember is that climbing in mud is probably 25% tyres and 75% technique. And technique is something that I'm sadly lacking in, but I'll give it a go. And this is where the 51 tooth chainring is going to come in handy. But anyway, let's see how it goes. Oh, so far so good. As you can see, pretty much done the hardest bit. Well, quite pleased. I've climbed up here. No, I haven't climbed up here for a long time. Yes. So overall, these Hutchinson Tundra tyres, I'm pretty impressed. They coat with the leaf mulch over clay that I get locally. There aren't many tyres that do that, and as you can see, when you get them rolling again, they unclog really quickly. Not that they really clog up too much. And I suppose I have to mention the on-road performance. I mean, they're never going to roll as nicely as a slick tyre or a semi-slick tyre that some people ride, but they're pretty good on the tarmac. They make a nice little whiny sound, which for once isn't me. And yeah, they bowl along quite nicely, or fast enough for me. I mean, I don't worry about average speeds, and I don't go out with road bikes on my gravel bike, which some people do. If you're having it just for off-road and getting to the off-road, touring, they're great. And so far, tubeless wise, fantastic. They went up with a track pump on just some ordinary DT Swiss rims. And I've not had any issues since. Running squirt sealant with the bead blocker, no issues at all. It's not lost any pressure since the day I put them up, other than me taking it out and putting it in to try different pressures out. So yeah, impressive. And all I'd say is, if your conditions are different to this, just have a play around with the tyre pressures. And I think when they say it's an all-round tyre, it pretty much is. I think the closest to it that I've tried is a WTB Resolute, but they tend to wear quite quickly, especially if you use them a lot on tarmac. Can't say anything about the wear on these, because I've only had them on the bike about 4 weeks, and the majority of that has been off-road, which obviously doesn't wear the tyre down as much. I have no issues at all with the on-road performance. These are a 45, and they sit nicely under the front mud hugger. And actually surprised, when they're really clogged with mud, they don't actually drag on the mud hugger, unless you're dragging stone through, then, but that's with any tyre. So yeah, Hutchinson Tundra gravel tyres, get a pair.